Hello, Scott Austin here from Jade Puma. And in this video, I'm going to do a walkthrough of the new store build that we did for the Reserve. The Reserve is a medical marijuana facility located here in San Diego, and it has some pretty unique requirements. We ended up with a pretty unique solution. They started off wanting a Shopify store, so we started building out a Shopify store. And some of the unique requirements they had, being that they're medical marijuana, they can't accept credit cards, it's only cash. And customers could only pick the products up in the store. And then there's also some other rules that because it's medical marijuana, they have to have proof of ID, they're 21 and over, and also have to have a medical prescription for it. And there's also daily limits on how much someone can buy. So we started out building a Shopify store, but then all those different business rules became more complex than we could easily put together in a Shopify store. We could do the cash only, pick up in the store, and that kind of stuff. The harder rules were the daily limits and the storing of the data for the prescription and the ID. So what we did is we looked at their point of sale solution, which is called Trees, and Trees is focused on just building out solutions for medical marijuana or just marijuana dispensaries in general for California. So it met all the legal requirements that was necessary. So we ended up building a hybrid store. The Trees point of sale software has a web presence. We can do an online store, but as you'll see in a moment, it was very limited. It was just very functional. Here's the products, here's the cart, checkout, done. And what we wanted to do was have a more rich and inviting site. So we still kept our Shopify front end and used the Trees as the store back end. Much like in the day we used to do with WordPress on the front end and Shopify, on the cart side of things, we actually use Shopify on the front end and Trees on the cart side. So let me show you a little bit what that looks like. So here we have the turbo theme. We wanted the rich turbo theme to give us all the flexibility and functionality with controlling of the branding, colors, fonts, and all that good stuff, along with rich and engaging evergreen pages. So if you're used to the turbo theme, you'll notice our header is very different because what we have, let's go straight to the point of sale side of thing. I click on any one of these elements, it takes you to the point of sale presence. And we had no control over the point of sale experience. The point of sale, I keep saying point of sale, it's actually the web presence from their point of sale service. We couldn't change out, the layout and the design of it, so we didn't have the ability to, edit the CSS. There was no CSS file that we were allowed to touch on this. So what we had to do was look at this web experience and match it. On the Shopify side, we have a lot more control over the front end, match that Shopify front end to as close as we could what we have here in the Trees software. So if we go back to the front end, you'll see this header nav here is driven by what the Trees navigation paradigm looks like. So this is very non-traditional. If you've ever done Turbo, we had to take the top bar, which is this top section up here, and put the logo up there instead of in the header, and some links up there in the cart, and then have this navigational, elements of the icons that take you into the Trees pages below it. So basically ripped apart quite a bit the header, but the rest of it is pretty much pretty standard Turbo stuff. So you see on the home page here, the Reserve already had branding that was well defined, so we had good control or good direction given on the graphics and the colors. We brought that through, and then we had some photography from their store because it's a brick and mortar location. So we got to use that photography in the site. And a lot of what we're doing on the Shopify side is just the evergreen pages. So we explain to the customers, where the location is. We show the map and the hours and that good information. We talk about any the deals that they have. They have daily and weekly deals along different lines of products and different days and hours and that good stuff. And then we also, allow them to search. So the search just takes us over to the point of sale and takes them straight to that search experience. So there's a little bifurcation experience that users can toggle back and forth on. And we did the best we could to make that as consistent as possible. And then also in the Shopify side of things, we have the policy pages listed and a contact us page. So now with the Shopify store, what we have, even though we're not using it for the store side of things, the cart side of things, it allows us to build out those rich evergreen pages. This is a brand new store, and they've already got some plans on how they're going to continue to build out their content using this platform. And then when the customer clicks on any of the elements to start shopping, let's just go into beverages, for example. They go into that shopping experience, they see the list of products under that category, they can add one to their cart. And I've already logged into this store, and you can see my pickup location here has already been set up, which is their office in La Mesa Boulevard, La Mesa, California. And I've already uploaded some documents for the ID, so my account is already authorized to be a purchaser. And now if I go into my cart, I can see my orders, can see that my docs have been uploaded, and if I hit checkout, it just places that order right then. I'm not going to do that because it actually gets sent to the store. But if I hit checkout, it'll do that, and then it'll also send me SMS notifications of my order has been received, my order is ready to be picked up, and also manages and tracks the daily limits to make sure that every customer is within the limits of what they're allowed to buy on any given day. So that was how we did for the Reserve, a hybrid site between the Trees shopping software and using Shopify as the front end to have a much richer, welcoming experience, web presence for this new site. Thanks for listening.